so desired. Until now.
Expelliarmus! It's time, people. Garry, Platter, and the Philanthropist stone. They said it couldn't. They said it couldn't be done. Harry Potter and VeggieTales. We thought we were pushing it with Futurama.
Yeah, which this was a stretch, but it was actually like a lot better than I can possibly like imagine that Harry Potter could have been with VeggieTales.
Especially because I just introduced him to
Right,
Harry Potter.
yeah, I actually hadn't seen Harry Potter until a little while ago.
Yeah, I showed him Sorcerer's/Philosopher's Stone.
Yes, go ahead and shoot me and kill me all for my insolence.
And tonight I'm showing him Chamber of Secrets for the rap party, and maybe for another. So, as you can clearly see, we're celebrating with wands.
Yes.
Specifically, Mr. Poe and Yogel's wands from the favorite Harry Potter. Specifically from the favorite Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Firling of Sirius Black's Taxes. Everyone loves that one.
Yes, where...
It's the 4.5 book.
Mm-hmm. Where, the, whatchamacallit, the Astro Ball, was it? That becomes the next Horcrux?
Yes.
Yeah.
But we want to get this done because this is fast.
This is a big episode.
It's very long and very cinematic. Next to Chuck, I would say, which of course is so impossible to beat, I think this might be our number 2.
Yeah, it's definitely our longest. It's longer than Chuck.
Just about, almost, because this one actually has a silly song, but then again, it doesn't have the Gumba Lumba song.
That's true, yeah.
So who knows? It might be just as long or longer.
They're pretty close.
Because the source material is almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Speaking of the source material, let's explain. Well, first let's explain the the lesson, which could be confused for Two Tales or Lord of the Beans. It's serving God.
Mm-hmm.
How is this different than those two?
Well, it's different from the loyalty one in a bit more ways. That's a bit more of a easy difference. Loyalty just being more like sticking with what God wants you to do, and like not going astray from His orders and whatnot. Lord of the Beans is more of like using the specific gifts, whether it be like a talent or item in the form of a bean, to directly serve God or do good or whatnot. And then, whereas serving God, it's almost sort of like a subset of that one. So it's like specifically serving God instead of serving yourself.
Yes, and it's different enough. Now, while I pull up the cast in a very quick hurry, can you explain how we got around the no magic policy that VeggieTales is infamous for?
Yes, which you can't blame them for. It's a Christian kid show. Magic doesn't need to be there. Anyways,
except for like magic tricks. That's okay.
Yeah, that's just like, yeah. Anyways, so there is no magic.
Which is kind of weird. It's kind of like making Star Wars without the Force.
Yeah, a bit. Anyways, instead there is technology. The wands, as you'll find out, wand is an acronym for what you will find out later. And it's basically like a remote that they use to like do a bunch of things with advanced futuristic technology of...
Which could come across as magic, especially because all the spells are in Latin. So if any of you speak Latin or have a Latin translator, just type in what we say and you'll know what they mean. Also, Avada Kedavra in this one. There is Avada Kedavra in this one. It knocks people out. It does not kill them. We specify this in the episode, but we want to say this right now. It does not kill them.
Yes. Nobody dies, at least here.
Well, through that.
Yeah. And then we directly combat the fact that it's not magic in the episode. At one point when it's first used, it's like, oh, it's magic!
And then we
tell them directly, it's like, no, it's not magic. It's like oh, it's a ghost!
Didn't I tell you there's no such thing as a ghost? I have a vision, second dream. What was the point?
Yeah, like that. Only the thing is the ghost. Whatever. Okay, never mind that.
And speaking of ghosts, there's no Nearly Headless Nick or Bloody Baron or Great Lady or Fat Friar.
We just kind of skimmed over that.
Yeah, because, well, we had to cut over a lot.
Yeah, for A, because magic and ghosts, and B, time. because
Massive time. I mean, we had to cut so much out. You'll see what it is. All right, cast. Garry Platter is Junior Asparagus.
read by me.
Hermione Ranger is Laura with a British accent.
Yes, read by me. I gave her a British accent for two major reasons. One, to be more closely related to Hermione from Harry Potter, and also to be more distinguished from my junior voice, because when I don't have a prepubescent child or girl voice, it's hard to distinguish two prepubescent child and girl voices.
John Weaselton, who's Ron Weasley, is an original character read by me. Dumbledore, also Dumbledore, is Poggrape, read by me. Moldywort, Voldemort.
That's kind of a gross name.
Voldemort, he came up with that one.
I did come up with that.
Voldemort is Scallion one, read by me. A little bit interesting with his name, because in Harry Potter they're very scared of the name. But in this one, bad things happen when you say his name. Like every little thing will go wrong.
It's like a jinx.
Yeah, it is pretty much a jinx. Quirrell, or Quinzel, is Archibald, read by me. McGonagall, who is McGonagall, is Petunia, read by me. Professor Snake, original character, read by me, with my Kelsey Grammer impression, because my Snape impression sucks.
But it's close enough.
Hagar is Hagrid, Goliath, read by me. Dragos Malfoy, Draco Malfoy, is Gordon, read by me. Professor Flitwick, Mr. Lunt,
read by me.
Madam Swatch, Madam Hooch is what she's supposed to be, but it's performed by Nate Rocky, read by him.
You might be wondering, why is Nate Rocky playing Madam Swatch? Mr. Wood is played by Mr. Vischer, read by him.
Yes, read by me. Angus Fletch, who is Filch, is Scooter.
Read by me.
Mr. Bohr, who is Professor Binns. We actually put him in the movies because Professor Binns is hilarious. Is played by Henchy, aka Phil Anderson.
Read by me.
Which is actually his first non-Henchy role.
Yep.
I never thought we'd actually bring him back.
All other points, no one ever wishes to bring Henchy back.
I never thought we did bring him though.
Purpose.
Alright, Vernon Dursley, Mr. Nezzer, read by me. Patricia Dunsley, Mabel, Asparagus.
Read by me.
Duncan Dunsley is young Mr. Nezzer, who we've decided to hereby call Nebby.
Because we've now used him twice, so it's helpful just to have his own name, so we don't have to be young Nezzer.
So we'll just call him Nebby from here on out.
Yeah.
Maggie Weaselton, Molly Weasley, is Penelope Pear. Olivine is Bob, who is Ollivander, read by me. And by the way, Penelope is read by him.
Yes.
And then Larry is Gunroy Londart, aka Gilderoy Lockhart, read by him.
Although he is not in the actual episode, but you'll see what that's all about later.
Yeah, you'll see. He makes an appearance, because Gilderoy Lockhart is probably one of my favorites.
He's pretty hilarious. I, even though I haven't seen that movie yet, I have seen that part of.
You're gonna see it in a few hours.
Yeah, I will. So
I'm gonna make him go in order, unlike me, where I started with Goblet of Fire. No, I started with Chamber of Secrets, then Goblet of Fire, Prisoner of Azkaban, Sorcerer's Stone, Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and then Deathly Hallows. I got it way mixed up because of one of my friends showed it to me wrong. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Dumbledores of all ages, Garry Potter and the Philanthropist Stone. Abracadabra! Open to Bob and Larry on the countertop. Hi, kids! Welcome to VeggieTales. I'm Bob the Tomato.
And I'm Larry the Cucumber.
And we're here to answer your questions.
Yep. And I am really excited for today's show. I have got a lot of plans that I came up with last night.
Oh, like what?
Well, picture this. We do a big spectacle, one with lots of fireworks and performers and ducks and maybe even a laser light show.
Oh, well, what about the lesson?
The what?
You know, what this whole show's about. Teaching kids about God and what it wants them to learn.
Right, that. Okay, well, I'm sure we can slap something together in the last minute after we set up.
Are you crazy? We can't just throw something together last minute, Larry. This is VeggieTales. They were supposed to be all about the morals.
Well, yeah, but we're always doing the morals. I mean, we can't just do... We can do one that's not quite as focused on it. I mean, just maybe.
Look, when you got a skill or a gift like this, you need to use it to serve God. It's what we were put on this earth to do.
Let me guess. You got a story that can teach me the lesson?
Good idea. Alright, let's get ready for the story of, Oh, I got it. Garry Platter and the Philanthropist Stone.
Wait, I think I know what that's a reference to. Did you change things around so that it's okay?
Oh, did I ever?
Oh, good. You get it from British Literary Emulations Camp or something?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I'm excited. Let's get started. Roll film.
All right. Fade to a neighborhood at sunset as a car pulls into the driveway. Patricia and Duncan come out of the house as Vern walks out of the car.
Welcome home, Vern. Hi, Dad. How was work?
Same old, same old. Just a plain old run-of-the-mill day at the office. Nothing special.
Sorry to hear that.
What can I say? Nothing special ever happens around here.
The Dunsleys walk into the house. Fade to that evening as a motorcycle falls from the sky and lands in the bushes. Oh, not the best of landings. McGonagall and Dumbledore walk up to Hagar. McGonagall is holding a basket. Hagar, be quiet. You don't want to wake everyone up. It's not my fault the brakes are broken. Hagar, McGonagall, please control yourselves. We have a mission to do. Well, which one's the Dunsley residence? This one, Professor. Are you sure this is a good idea? I've looked at their records, and they're such beastly, horrible people. They're the only family he has here. And besides, it'd be better for him to not grow up in a world where he'll be hounded by the press and nosy busybodies all the time. He needs a normal environment to grow up in, and this is unfortunately the closest he can get. You know, there won't be a single person around who doesn't know his name. That's true. And I guess fame can ruin a child. I just still can't believe that it happened. It's a miracle, it is. Well, this is it. Take care, little guy. McGonagall puts the basket down as Dumbledore puts a note on it. We'll be seeing you soon. Garry. Platter. After the title sequence, cut to Garry sleeping in a cot in the basement as Patricia comes down the stairs.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Ah! Oh, I just had the craziest dream. I was just as a banana and I get up. We're going to be late because of you. Sorry, Aunt Patricia.
Patricia and Garry walk into the kitchen as Vern is at the table.
There you are. What took you so long, boy?
I was sleeping.
Typical.
Duncan enters.
Hey! Happy birthday, my donkey wonky bear!
Oh, happy birthday, son.
Thanks. Happy birthday, Duncan. That's it? Just happy birthday? Come on, I'm your cousin. Put some more effort into it.
He's spoiled rotten, that's the problem. And now, Duncan, turn around. I want you to see your presents.
Duncan turns around to see a giant pile of presents stacked to the ceiling.
Do you like them? I can't believe this. I told you I wanted cerulean wrapping paper, not aquamarine.
Well, they all out of cerulean.
That is no excuse. Oh, don't worry, sweetie. We'll just rewrap them after we get back from the zoo, all right? Fine. Now, come on, let's go. Certainly.
Duncan and Patricia exit as Vern jumps in front of Garry.
All right, boy, I'm letting you know right now. No funny stuff. No fixing things. No tinkering with things. None of that freaky oddball stuff you do. If you just so happen to do any of that, and I mean any of it, I'm gonna do something.
Yes, Uncle Vern.
That's better. Now get in the car.
Cut to Garry and the Dunsleys in the reptile exhibit at the zoo.
Hey, look at that one. Ooh, and this one. Wowie.
Well, it looks like our boy's enjoying himself.
Where's the snake? Oh, it's over there, right behind that suspicious warning tape. Cool, let's see it. Hang on. There's a sign. Snake exhibit closed due to malfunctioning gate winch. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I suppose. Now come on, everyone. Let's get moving. Time's a wasting.
The Dunsleys walk away.
Broken gate winch, huh? Interesting. Come along, Garry. I'll be there in a second. Let's see if I can fix this. No, Uncle Vern's... No, I just can't resist. I must fix it.
Garry walks over to the snake cage and sees a broken gear. He picks up a pointer rock and starts tightening the gear.
There, that should fix it.
The gate flies open.
Uh-oh.
The snake crawls around and approaches the Dunsleys.
I believe the exhibit is over here somewhere.
Huh? Ah! Snake!
Ah!
The snake wraps around Duncan.
Mom! I'm coming, honey!
Patricia runs over to Duncan.
Garry Platter!
Oh, no.
Cut to Garry and the Dunsleys in the living room.
This is unacceptable! I told you, if you did anything like that, I'd do something. And you better believe I'll do something just as soon as I figure out what it is.
I'm so sorry.
And after we're done, we're gonna have to... I don't know. Just think about this. You put us through all this stuff after all we've done for you. After your parents just took off and went to Zimbabwe, we took care of you.
I know. I just can't help it. Whenever I see any sort of tech, I just have to get involved somehow. Why do you have to be so weird? It's about time we put an end to it. Nothing good can come from it, and it certainly won't get you anywhere. I know that nothing will happen at all that will make this statement false in any way, shape, or form.
A letter falls through the mail slot. Go get that! What does it say?
Dear Mr. Garry Platter, we are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted into Hog Swinebore's School of Science and Technology. Enclosed is a list of all required school supplies for your first year. School begins September 1st. Send your RSVP by no later than the 30th. Signed, Professor Alex Dumbledore. Vern, it's happening! This is amazing!
No, it's not! You're not going to that school! This strange impulse of yours has caused us enough trouble! We don't need you cousin anymore! Vern rips up the letter and another one comes through the slot. Another one? I don't think so! He rips it up again, and there's a knock at the door. Who is it? Vern opens the door and an avalanche of letters comes down on him. Ah!
Dad, are you okay?
There's a corner in my eye, but on the upper side it's kind of cozy down here.
Okay, good. I'm gonna watch TV. Well, it looks like they really want me to go. Well, you're not. Under no circumstance are you going to attend, and there's no person or thing that will change my mind.
Hagar bursts through the door. Hello, everyone. Sorry if I'm disturbing you.
I've got to stop talking.
Get out of my house! Oh, quiet down, Dwinsley. I'm not here for you. Where's Garry Platter?
Right here. I'm just gonna let you know right now, I don't have any money.
I don't want your money.
Oh dear, that's worse.
Yes, I trust you got the letters.
Letters? That was you? Hey, big guy, move aside. You're sitting in front of the TV.
I think that can wait.
No, it can't. Move!
You know
now!
You know what? You move. Hagar holds out a wand and pushes a button. Ventus Speratus! The wand shoots a blast of air, causing Duncan to fly across the room.
Ah! Wow, it's like magic.
No, it's not magic. It's science. It wouldn't work without all the light circuit boards and software. Oh, and don't tell anyone about that, okay? I'm not supposed to use this kind of advanced technology after I, nearly burnt the school down as a lad.
School? Technology? What is all this? What's going on? Who even are you?
Rothbart Hagar, and I'm on official business from Hogswinebore's School of Science and Technology. Tell me, Garry, have you ever seen a machine or device and had the urge to fix it or see how it works?
Yes, all the time.
Well, there's a reason. You see, some people have what I like to call the knack. It's basically an advanced skill with all things technological. And my dear boy, you have it.
I do? What does that even mean?
You've got the knack. You got a gift. A God-given gift that will surely lead you to do many wonderful things for him. Just like your parents.
My parents? But I thought they were on an extended vacation.
What? Who told you that Libby and Jack Platter were on a mere vacation?
Well, it was them.
So you told him his parents were on some kind of vacation and not on an advanced mission trip saving their lives with their skills in the name of God?
Well, of course, having this skill is just so unnatural. You knew about this all the time, and you tried to repress it? Absolutely. When your mother was told she had it, she was the talk of every family reunion. Everyone wanted to be around her, and they all seemed to forget about me. So we thought it would be right for the greater good of you didn't know, and didn't cause such problems for others. But you did! Well, I don't care. Clearly God's given me something important, something he wants me to use for him. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Garry runs into the basement and comes out with a suitcase. You keep a packed suitcase?
Yeah, I was hoping a time like this would come. Alright, Hagar, let's go!
Garry and Hagar exit, faded them walking through the city.
Where am I supposed to find this stuff? Cauldron, ink and quill, remote wand? I don't even know what that is.
Well, we won't find it in here. We'll find it in here.
In a brick wall?
No. Open, says I. The wall opens up and Garry and Hagar walk into another city. Welcome here to Diagonal Alleyway. Everything you'll need is in here.
Wow. Look at this place. Oh, it's amazing. Where do I go first?
Well, you should go over there to Olivines. They have the finest wand remote shop around.
Wand remote?
This thing. You know what I used to blast your cousin with the air? It stands for Wondrous Advanced Noetic Device. And it's going to be your best friend. And it will help you get all of your work done and even help you in your own personal life. Don't worry, the school will explain everything on how to use it.
Well, that's great and all, but I don't have any money to buy any of this. Not after Uncle Vern started making me pay rent.
You don't think your parents would leave you with nothing, right? Hagar gives Garry a credit card.
Wow. What's this sciencey and high-tech device?
A credit card. Now go on over to Olivines. and I'll pick the rest of the stuff up for you, my treat.
Oh, thanks. Olivines, right?
Correct. Garry walks up to a store labeled Olivine's Fine Remote Wands.
Oh my goodness. Is that Garry Platter?
Yes, I do believe it is. Oh, I don't believe it.
I can't believe it's you, Mr. Platter. I've heard all about you. You have? Well, this is getting creepy.
Garry walks into the store.
I'm coming. Now, how can I... Garry Platter. I was wondering when you'd come.
You were?
I remember when your parents were buying their first wands. And now I can sell the one to their son. The boy who survived.
The boy who what?
Here, try this. Topaz core, 8 inches.
Gary takes the one and pushes a button. Then one of the shelves collapses.
Grr!
Oh, I am so sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Here, try this one. Aluminum sulfite core, 12 inches.
Gary takes the one, pushes a button, and the window breaks.
Grr!
Oh, man.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I wonder. Here, purple quartz core, 10 inches.
Gary takes the one, pushes a button, and the room starts flashing red.
Well, it's official, boy. That's your wand.
Well, I don't understand. What did I do differently?
The wands are programmed to pick their users, not the other way around. But that's not the strange part. You see, Garry, this wand has a purple quartz core, mined from a cave. And that cave, where the crystal was mined from, had only one other harvested from it. And that was the wand that gave you the scar. And that's the one that put your parents into hiding.
Wait, what?
Well, then I found your wand. $10, please.
Oh, okay.
Gary gives Olivine the card, takes the wand, and walks outside and bumps into Hagar, who's carrying a cart full of school supplies in a small blowout bag. In a hurry, aren't we?
Oh, what's in the bag?
Official hog swine bar business. Top secret. Don't ask questions about it.
Okay, I won't. Anyways, okay, I have a few questions. Why does everyone know who I am, and how did I get this scar, and what is any of this?
I think it's time you know, but not here. Let's get something to eat, and I know just the place. Got to Garry and Hagar in a restaurant.
What is this place?
I don't know. I've never heard of it or been here before. Now, I understand that you have some questions, and believe me, I have some answers. Fire away.
Alright, so my parents are on a mission trip to Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Mr. Olivine said that they were in hiding. Is he crazy?
Yes, but that doesn't mean that he's not right. You see, there once was a man. He was one of us, but he decided to use his talents and skills to indulge himself instead of serving God. It gained him widespread fame and glory, but it wasn't enough. He just wanted more and more and more, and he sought to get even stronger, and he became evil! Doing many terrible deeds and stepping on anyone who would get in his way. But there was nothing that could quench his thirst for power, so he just kept escalating his evil works.
What was his name?
Oh, I don't dare say it. Terrible things happen when you say his name.
Can you just tell it to me once so I just know what his name is?
Fine, it was Moldywort. A waiter walks by.
Your pasta, sir?
And the garlic bread.
Sorry, sir. We're all out.
No! See, Garry? Terrible, terrible things.
Right. Okay, got it. Never say moldy wart.
The waiter falls to the floor.
Oops. So what happened to him?
Oh, you know who?
Yeah.
Well, you see, they became this group of people who formed a team who would stand up to him, and that group was led by none other than your parents. Obviously, he didn't take kindly to that. So one night, he decided to put a stop to them. He arrived at their house with his greatest invention and was able to subdue your parents. But when he got to you, well, for whatever reason, he wanted to defeat you. Anyways, when he got to you, he
what?
He was defeated. Word has it, when he aimed his machine at you, a blinding pillar of light surrounded you. People say it was God himself protecting you. He must have had some sort of divine purpose he wants you to fulfill, so he protected you from the attack, and all you got was that lightning bolt-shaped scar on your forehead.
Well, it's pretty convenient that it's just in this perfect shape like that, but what happened to him?
Ever since the machine went haywire, he wasn't taken seriously anymore. People saw him as more of a misdemeanor and not a threat. He became the laughingstock of our place. And so he went into hiding and hasn't been seen since. Ever since then, your parents went on the mission trip, which is true, but some say they're also hiding from the Dark One, as we call him. After all, they left the night of the incident and failed to contact anyone for over a year.
Well, why didn't they take me?
Are you kidding? Zimbabwe is no place for a child! But they do send you letters, don't they?
Well, yes, every week.
Good. But even so, the Dark One is still gone. Some people say he can come back any day. Others say he's down for the count forever. Either way, you'll have nothing to worry about. Queenslanders. Hello, everyone. Enjoying your meal? Oh, hello, Professor. Garry, this is Professor Quinzel. He'll be your defense against the Dark Arts teacher at Hogswinebore. Garry Platter? Is that truly you? Oh, what an honor it is!
Oh, I thank you, sir. What is defense against the dark arts?
It's basically apologetics.
So you're gonna teach us to say we're sorry?
No, that means defending your faith from evildoers. Oh, look at the time. I hate to rush this conversation, Professor, but Garry is going to miss the train. Alright, Garry, here is your pass. Run over to the train station and board platform 9.26543.
Platform what?
9.26543. Now hurry. Garry grabs his supplies and runs out the door. Beg pardon, Hagar, but what might be in the bag? Top secret. I see. Well, you better keep a close eye on it, then. You never know when a shady character will come and try to get a hold of it. Cut to Garry in the train station.
Excuse me, sir. Can you help me find platform 9.26543? You lousy prankster. Oh, sorry. Looking for platform 9.26543, huh? Oh, yes, ma'am. Then follow us. We're going there, too. So I take it it's your first year at Hogswinebore? Oh, yes. Oh, how wonderful. You know it's John's first year, too.
Hello.
All right, just take a run through there. Through the wall. You're kidding. All right, John, you go first. Show him how it's done.
John runs through the wall.
Now you try, son. Okay. Here I go.
Garry runs through the wall and sees the Hogswinebore Express.
Whoa. Here's my ticket. Let me on.
Garry runs onto the train and passes John.
Hey, you looking for a place to sit? There's an open seat right here.
Okay, thanks.
You got through the wall okay?
Yeah. Why do they do that?
To make sure that not just anyone gets to the school. You know, I don't think I properly introduced myself. Sorry. Hi, I'm John Weaselton. I'm also known as the King of Checkers. And you?
Garry Platter.
Wait, the Garry Platter?
Oh, another fan.
Is it true? Do you really have a scar?
Yeah, right there.
Wow. Oh, and this is my rat, Scabby. Don't give him too much attention. If he starts gnawing at your ankles, it's best to just let him finish.
Good to know.
Hermione enters.
Do you mind if I take this seat? Everywhere else is full. Oh, go right ahead. Thank you. I'm Hermione Ranger.
I'm John Weaselton.
Congratulations. And you? Garry Potter. No way. You're Garry Platter? Yes, I am. Astonishing. It's an honor to meet you. This show is exciting, isn't it? I've read all about Hogswinebore and its secrets. I know everything about it. Wow, that's amazing. I found out about all of this yesterday. I see.
Dragos enters.
So the talk is true. Garry Platter has come to Hogswinebore. How do you know? Word gets around. Name's Dragos Mouthful. I bet you've heard of me.
No.
Whatever. I just wanted to welcome you here and make sure that you get some advice. Don't fall into the wrong crowd here.
What do you mean by that?
Make sure you surround yourself with the good people, ones who are strong, important, and rich. People like me and my group. We call the shots around here, and what we say goes, and we can help you get in if you want. Don't do it, Garry. Who asked you? Red hair, hand-me-down robe. You must be a Weaselton. Such a common name, and it fits. A common, ordinary name for a common, ordinary person. Now, as I was saying...
No thanks. I think I can tell who the real people are by myself, and here's a hint. It's not you.
I see. Well, let's hope you can learn to live with that choice, because you'll regret it in due time.
I think I can live with it.
Well, fine then.
Fine.
Fine.
Double fine.
Triple fine.
Triple dog fine.
So that's how it's gonna be? Fine.
Dragos walks away, fades to the student, stepping off the train, approaching the castle.
Wow. Look at that. Amazing, isn't it? Indeed, it dates all the way back to 381 BC. I read all about it in the almost complete history of Hogswineboar.
Almost complete?
You can't expect them to keep every single event over 2 millenniums.
Can and will.
Students approach the castle as McGonagall enters.
Welcome to your first year at Swineboar School of Science and Technology. While you are here, you will be sorted into one of 4 houses. There's Gryffindor for the brave, Hippopot for the loyal, Eagle Eye for the highly intelligent, and Serpentia for the evil, clever. These houses will be like your family. You will respect and look up to each other, and also be out there for each other, helping each other during the dark times. And you will also be awarded points for merits and deducted points for misdeeds. At the end, the house with the most points wins the Champions Cup. Excuse me. Yes? I'm bored. Fine. Come on in.
The students walk in and sit at the tables.
And now, before the house assigning begins, Headmaster Dumbledore would like to say a few words. Thank you, McGonagall. Let's see. First, I'd like to remind you that no students are allowed to be roaming the halls after 9:30 p.m. If you're caught wandering around, a hall monitor, Mr. Fletch, will be sure to reprimand you severely.
That's right. I'll be tracking down the lot of you pig-licking scallywags. None of you blubber-nosed garlic ticklers will stand a chance against me and Mrs. Norbert.
Fletch holds up a stuffed cat.
Calm down, Angus. Nah, none of them have broken the rules yet.
Not yet, but I'm keeping an eye on you fish-sniffing whiz-poppers.
And secondly, the Come On In section of the library has now been renamed to the Keep Out section, and all students are required to keep out. Shocker. And finally, I would like to welcome Mr. Bohr back from sabbatical.
It is an honor. I am excited to amaze people with the amazingness of the amazing subject of the history of science.
Yes, that was exciting. Not boring at all. And now, for the house assigning. When your name's called, come on up, and we'll place the automatic hat on your head, and I'll tell you which house you're going to be assigned to. This is a big moment for you, so don't mess it up! First, and Nigel Leatherback.
Nigel walks up to the automatic, and it's placed on his head.
I see. I'd say Gryffindor.
Oh, that's a courage house, but I'm scared of courage.
Hermione Ranger.
Nigel walks away as Hermione walks up to the automatic, and it's placed on her head.
This is a tough one. Such a great brain, very good mind, but a lot of courage that will grow exponentially as the years go on. I'd say Gryffindor.
That's a nice surprise.
Now, Dragos Mouthful.
Dragos walks up.
Serpentia. I like what I hear. John Weaselton. Weaselton. I don't even have to see him. Gryffindor, just like the rest of his family. Give me something interesting. Well, that was fast. And a little mean. Garry Platter.
Garry walks up to the automatic, and it's placed on his head.
Wow, astonishing. So much of all 4 requirements in this one. Very brave, very clever, not a bad mind at all, and such loyalty. It's hard to choose. What's your preference?
Anything but Serpentia.
Not Serpentia. Why not? You could do great things in Serpentia.
I heard that's where the bad students go. There has to be something there that leads them astray from God, and I don't want to risk it. I'm here to work for him, and that's that.
Okay. Then it better be Gryffindor.
Congratulations, Garry.
Thanks.
Garry, Hermione, John, and Nigel sit at the Gryffindor table.
Hey, who's that over there talking to Professor Quinzel? Oh, that's Professor Snake. He teaches medicines classes, but everyone knows his dream job is being the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher.
My brother Perry says that he's been trying to swindle Quinzel out of his job for years. Like last year, he tried to trade him an oil well for it, but Quinzel caught him, and he found out that it was an oil bill, not an oil well.
He's a pretty scary guy, but legend has it he's even scarier than that.
Fade to Gryffindor and Serpentian medicines class in the room the next day as Professor Snake bursts through the door. I don't want anyone talking out of turn, any unauthorized combinations, any back sass or front sass, nothing of the sort. I expect that all of you will be perfectly behaved in every single feasible way.
Excuse me, sir. What is front sass?
10 points from Gryffindor.
How do you know I was in Gryffindor?
I didn't. I just like taking points away from them. Oh, Mr. Platter. Surely the new big shot on campus? One who knows everything, surely, and one who everyone will know and revere. Well, why don't we put all this to the test?
I guess we could, but wouldn't you rather not?
Tell me, what are the basic components of penicillin?
Oh, I know.
You don't know? Well, which one is more effective, aspirin or ether?
Oh, Professor, I don't know what that is.
Figures. I guess you just aren't as gifted with the scientific sense, unlike more gifted Serpentia. I mean, no, that's what I meant. Now, turn to page 394. Cut to Gryffindor, Serpentia, and Madam Swatch in the Quiltage field.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Madam Swatch.
I told you that's not my name. I got this uniform from the person who had this job before me, okay? Anyways, today I'll be teaching you to ride your hover mops. Are you all ready?
Madam Swatch picks up a mop with 2 turbines attached.
Fine. Alright, pick them up. Hop on top, but don't take off until I say so.
The students hop on their mops, and Nigel begins to fly away.
Ah! What's happening? Nigel, what do you think you're doing? It's out of control! Help me, Madam Swatch! That is not... Hang on, Nigel.
Madam Swatch takes out his wand.
Descendai!
Nigel falls off and lands in the bushes.
Ah! Okay. I think I may have overdone it a bit there on the gravity function. I'll run Mr. Liver back over to the infirmary. And none of you get on those mops and cause any wacky shenanigans.
Madam Swatch and Nigel walk away as Dragos picks up the wand.
Would you look at this? Nigel dropped his wand. Such a shame. Oh well, finders keepers.
Drop the wand, Dragos.
What are you doing, Garry?
I don't know, but I'm doing it.
I don't think so, Platter. This'll make me one mighty man.
But the wand didn't choose you. It chose Nigel, so let go of it.
Oh, I see. Old Garry boy turned into a goody two-shoes. Figures. I told you this would happen. Tell you what, I'll reinstate my offer one last time. Are you in or are you out?
I know you want me to join so I can be self-centered like you. Then we can become so powerful that we'll rule the galaxy as father and son.
Wait, what?
But that's not what this is all about. It's about serving God and obeying him. And there's nothing you can offer me that he can't top.
Find it. How's about a little game of keep away?
Dragos gets on the mop and flies in the air as Garry follows.
Garry, didn't you hear what Madam Swatch said? Sometimes you've got to bend the rules to do what's really right. No. That's not right. I read in the book. It's called Breaking the Rules is Always Bad.
They have books for everything, don't they?
Yes.
Garry and Dragos fly around chasing each other until Dragos throws the wand away.
Go fetch, doggy!
Garry flies over to the wand and grabs it, then flies down.
Woo-hoo! I could have done that too if it was, a game of checkers, but great job, man!
Thank you.
McGonagall enters.
Mr. Platter, would you come with me, please?
Oh, you're in for it now, Garry.
McGonagall and Garry walk into an office where Mr. Wood is sitting at a desk.
Garry, this is Mr. Wood. He's the head of the Quiltage department. And Mr. Wood, I saw Mr. Platter's mop work out there, and I believe I found you a new finder for your team.
Oh, really? You don't throw pleasantries like that around very often, so he's got to be good. Have a seat, Mr. Platter.
Look, as flattered as I am, I'm really not interested in quilting.
No. Quiltage isn't about quilting anymore. It's a sport.
Well, could you tell me a little more about it?
No, but I think this hip instruction video will help. It's so happening, so rad, so that you kids will understand its groove better.
Okay.
Mr. Wood turns on the screen.
And now it's time for How to Play Quiltage with Gunroy Londart, the part of the show where Gunroy Londart tells you how to play the sport of quiltage.
Hello, everyone. I'm sure you all know me. I am Gunroy Londart, famous technician known all over the world for my fantastic feats of fantasticness. But enough about me. It's time for me, telling you how to play the sport of quiltage in a hip and happening way. Want to play quilted? I'll show you how. This ball's a waffle, give it a pow. Send it through the hoops and score for your team. Doing this will feel like a dream. These are the Bulgers, big and bad. They'll try to hit you and make you feel sad. The blockers bat them away. They'll protect you any day. The gilded snatch is small and fast. Catch it and the game won't last. Whoever catches it gets 100 points, and your foes will be out of joint. To find their chasers after the snatch, let's hope their grabs can attach. The fielders throw the waffle around, scoring points, what a great sound. Don't get hit by the boulder balls, or you'll be sent to the doctor's halls. Find the snatch and win the game, then you'll get municipal fame. Quiltage, oh, 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 yeah. Quiltage, oh, 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 yeah. Word.
This has been How to Play Quiltage with Gunroy Londart. Tune in next time for How to Drag Race with Gunroy Londart.
I don't know how to do it, but it's me. I'm sure it'll be great.
So what'd you think?
Okay, that was really, really lame, but sign me up.
Cut to Gryffindor and Eagle Eye in Professor Fluteworks' classroom.
Alright class, today we're going to install the anti-gravity application. After your software is done downloading, unplug the flash drives, push the green button, say Volant and Ari. Then your feathers will begin to levitate. Professor Flutework, I have a question. Ask away, Nigel. There are no bad questions. What's the likelihood of these feathers exploding in midair? Except for that one. That is a very bad question. 10 points from Gryffindor. Alright class, begin. Volantinari.
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 Volantinari. Volantinari. Why isn't this working?
Because you're saying it all wrong. It's an Ari, not an Ari. Watch and learn. Volantinari.
Hermione's feather begins to float.
Nice job, Hermione. The rest of you can learn something. 10 points to Gryffindor and 10 points from Eagle Eye for not doing it yet. See? Now that's how it's done.
Are you always on? Seriously, nobody cares about all your know-it-allness.
Hermione runs out of the room.
Well, this got awkward fast.
Cut to the students in the Great Hall.
I do hope you're enjoying this Thanksgiving feast, because we put a lot of hard work into it, and we're sorry that the gravy has a little bit of a skin, but at least it's not as bad as last year when it caught fire. Anywho, begin stuffing your faces. Enjoy.
John, have you seen Hermione anywhere?
No, she ran to the bathroom crying after applications class and hasn't come back since. Oh man, what have I done? Should I talk to her?
Maybe after she comes out of the bathroom.
Quinzel bursts through the door.
Monster! There's a monster on campus! Ah! Calm down, Professor. What's the matter? A monster made its way into the castle, and it's got an appetite for destruction! Oh dear, that's the worst kind of appetite. Alright, would the heads of each house please lead the students to their common rooms? And teachers, come with me. We need to find the monster.
Yay. Monster hunt. This'll be exciting. No, seriously, I mean it. It's just the way I talk.
Come on now, we better get going. The professors exit. As Gryffindor begins to walk out, Snape re-enters and runs into the door the opposite side of the hall with a suspicious look on his face.
What's he doing?
Who?
Look over there, Professor Snake. He's sneaking away, looking pretty suspicious. Wait, I just thought of something. Hermione, she's close by the monster.
Should we help her?
Well, sometimes we have to bend the rules to do what's really right.
Alright, let's do it. Come on.
John and Garry follow a poorly made monster costume into the bathroom.
What's going on?
Hermione turns around.
Roar! Ah! Hermione! Garry! John!
Hermione!
John?
Garry?
Monster!
What are we going to do?
I don't have my wand with me. But I do. I only have a few applications. But I'm not strong enough. Trust God, Garry. He'll always help his servants in need. Like it says in Romans 2:6. It says that...
Yeah, now's not the time for a Bible lesson, Hermione. Come on, go for it, Garry. Hurry!
God, please give me the wisdom I need to defeat this monster. I know that if anyone can help, you can. You've done once before and... Really? Okay, then.
What's the solution, Garry?
Hold out your wands, aim for the monster's head, and on a count of 3, pull up with the anti-gravity application. Are you sure? You really doubt God's advice on this? Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Volantinari!
The costume flies off, revealing Jerry standing on Jimmy, who's on stilts.
Uh-oh. Busted.
Dumbledore, McGonagall, Quinzel, Fletch, and Flutework enter.
What's going on here?
Professors and Mr. Fletch, I believe this is your monster.
What is the meaning of this?
Well, we heard about the Thanksgiving feast, and we're feeling kind of hungry.
So, we decided to dress up as a scary monster to take all the food for ourselves. Well, I can see that. Fletch's turkey is legendary.
Professor Snake enters with a bandage wrapped around his head. I heard a disturbance. Is everything all right?
I believe so. Fletch, please escort our visitors off the premises. And as for you three, I hope you know how dangerous that was. You could have gotten severely hurt. And I'm not talking about your average paper cut. And now go off to bed.
But Headmaster, they broke the rules.
Calm down, McGonagall. You can't say that you went out fighting two gods who were dressed as monsters when you were their age.
I suppose, but just be more careful, okay? Yes, indeed. You never know when you could stumble across something you cannot defeat. Now, stay right here. Hagar will be here in a minute to escort you back to your rooms. You know, just in case. The professors and Fletch and the guards exit.
Did you see that? Yeah. This costume is so poorly knit. No, not that. Although that is very true. Snake just disappeared for a bit, reappeared with a bandage on his head, walked around all dizzy, and is acting even shiftier than usual.
I suppose so.
Hey, Ernest, what do you three think you are doing? You're lucky that it was just two gods in a costume. Now, if it had been two potatoes, then you would have been in trouble.
Hey guy, have you noticed that Professor Snake has been acting strange lately?
What do you mean?
Well, he was acting all shifty, like he was trying to steal something.
Snake? Stealing? Like? Oh, you'd never do that. Besides, the only thing going to all this trouble to steal will be the Philanthropist stone.
The Philanthropist stone?
Should not have said that. Anyways, go out to bed. Gary's got his first Quidditch match tomorrow.
No, it's in 2 weeks.
Even so, skedaddle you three, and no poking around the boarded up door on the 3rd floor.
Is that where the Philanthropist stone is hidden?
Yes, I mean, stop pressuring me with questions! Fade to 2 weeks later, the Quidditch field is filled with people, and Gryffindor and Serpentia get on their mops. Welcome everyone to the first Quidditch match of the year. Gryffindor versus Serpentia. I'm your host, Mr. Wood. Oh, and here's Madam Swatch with the starting pitch.
I'm not even going to comment. Alright, let's have a good, clean game. And begin!
And Serpentia takes the lead. Oh, looks like Mark Flyer is going for it. It's blocked by Sam O'Malley. And it ricochets into the goal of the other. Meaning 10 points for Gryffindor. Tough luck. That was a pretty good ricochet. Nice job. Oh, looks like the Golden Snatch has just been released. Now the finders, Garry, Platter, and Isaac Naraki, are on the hunt.
I love that guy's last name for some reason.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Now they're on the hunt. Let's see what they do.
I've got you now.
They're chasing it. They're going for it. Oh, Isaac takes the lead. Now Gary's got it. He's almost there, and Isaac bumps him out of the way. Garry chases out of the Snatch as Isaac bumps him again. Garry rises up, and his mop freezes.
What's going on?
His mop is frozen!
What's going on? How did that happen?
John looks over and sees Professor Snake holding remote control.
Hermione, look at that! Snake's controlling Gary's mop!
We've got to stop him.
Hermione and John walk over to Snake. Alright, Hermione, what's the plan?
This. Aronia Libertario.
A spider comes out of Hermione's wand and onto Professor Snake. Spider! Ah! Everyone starts panicking as Snake drops the remote.
I think that worked.
And there's 50 points for Serpentia. Wow, that was a lot of goals. And they're all tied up now. Let's just hope that Gryffindor finds it. yeah, that's pretty much what I meant. Go get him, boy! Garry rises up to the Snatch. He and Isaac start circling it until Garry jumps off and falls to the ground.
Oh my!
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Is he alright? Garry holds up the Snatch. Garry Platter has caught the Snatch! Gryffindor wins the game! The crowd cheers. Fade to Garry, John, Hermione walk into the common room.
It all makes sense. Snake saw that you defeated the monster, so he wanted you out of the way for when he steals the Philanthropist stone. I mean, that has to be it.
Well, would he really do that? Of course he would. Some people tend to use their talents to serve themselves, just like you know who. They forgot that they were called to serve God and instead care only about serving themselves. And I think Snake is one of those people. Well, then we've got no choice. We have to stop him.
Yeah, right, like we can do that. We don't even know anything about the stone.
I've looked all over the library. I couldn't find any information. Wait, there's still one place I haven't looked yet. The Keep Out section.
But we're not allowed to go in there. I mean, it's called the Keep Out section for a reason.
Well, there has to be some way of getting in.
Dumbledoers.
Oh, hello, Headmaster. What brings you here?
Please, I want to congratulate you for your victory. It's not easy winning the game, especially a first time around. Good job.
And thank you.
I also brought you a little good job gift. Your father gave it to me before he left for Zimbabwe, and now I'm passing it down to you. I hope you enjoy it.
Garry takes a box from Dumbledore as he leaves.
What is it?
A box, obviously.
No, I mean, what's inside the box?
Garry opens the box and pulls out a cloak.
It's just a shabby old cloak.
That's something like my great-aunt Tessie would wear. Suits you.
Thanks for that. Well, go ahead, try it on.
Garry puts a cloak on and disappears.
Well, how do I look? You're invisible! What? Oh my gourd, I am invisible! Let me see the tag.
Wow, it's like some kind of cloaking device. Get it?
Yeah, that's exactly what it says on the tag, John.
Gee, try to be funny one time and a tag steals your joke.
I think I have a plan on how to get that information on the stone. I can use this to sneak into the Keep Out section during the history of science.
Good idea. I mean, that class is so boring.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad.
Cut to Gryffindor Serpentian, Professor Bohr's class.
Today, class, we will turn to page 928. And on page 928, we will learn about Galileo and his significance in the field of bird watching. Alright, never mind. It is that bad.
Go on, Garry. Now's the time. Professor Bohr's in the zone. He won't notice.
Alright, here goes nothing.
Garry puts a cloak on and walks out the door.
What's he up to? Time for Dragos to investigate.
Cut to an invisible Garry walking through the Keep Out section.
Let's see. Philanthropist stone, Philanthropist stone.
Fletch walks into the aisle.
What's that, Miss Norbert? You heard a faint murmur? I did too. There must be a student about. Where are ya, you filthy little tetherball poking pine stumper?
Garry grabs a book.
Got it. I heard that. Uh-oh.
Garry runs away as Fletch starts chasing him.
I'll get you, you mudgy Internet Explorer user! I'll get you now, you skunk-scented bubble dolphin!
Garry runs into the hallway. Garry looks over to see Quinzel in a corner with Snake standing by him.
I swear, I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't lie to me, Quinzel. I know all about it. And I know that you do too. Don't play ignorant. What's that? Who's there?
I believe I heard something too. I think it came from over there. You should turn your head and look at it.
Quinzel runs away as Snake's head is turned. Oh? Confound it. Got away. Garry backs down the hall and bumps into John Hermana.
Gah! An invisible pushing force!
It's just Garry. Do you have the book?
Garry takes the robe off.
I got it right here.
Zoom out to show Dragos and Professor Bohr in the doorway.
See, Professor, I told you.
I am very disappointed in all of you. 20 points away from all of you. And tonight, all 4 of you will receive detention.
Wait, whoa, Professor, there's only 3 of them.
There is only 3 of them, but you are here too.
What?
You cut class also, Dragos. Go to Hagar's shed at 8 o'clock tonight for some maintenance in the forest.
Man, he is boring, even when he's talking normally. Work? But can't we just get the servants to do that?
I think this could be a growing experience for you, mouthful.
Cut to Garry, John, Herman, and Dragos walking up to Hagar at night. Alright then, welcome to detention. Alright you filthy little hooligans, let's get started. Dragos and Garry will take the east side. John, Herman, and I will take the west. One's out, people. Just in case. Garry and Dragos walk into the deep part of the forest.
Can't believe we're stuck doing this. My father's gonna hear about this. Ugh, what's it smell?
It's nature.
It's disgusting. Can't they just bulldoze it and turn it into a mini mall already?
Like I said, growing experience. What's that sound?
Probably my boredom.
No, it's coming from over here.
Garry and Dragos look through a bush to see a hooded figure digging with a pickaxe.
What's going on here?
I have no idea.
The hooded figure looks up and walks up to Garry and Dragos.
Stay back. I'm armed. I'm warning you.
Bobby! McGonagall and Flutework jump out of the bushes. What are you doing? This part of the forest isn't safe. Arania Libertario! A spider comes out of McGonagall's wand on the hooded figure, who panics and runs away. Does everyone just keep spiders in their wands now or something? Is this a thing? Did I miss that thing? Hey, gardeners. Is there a problem?
What are these kids doing out here?
Serving detention. Professor Bohr's orders.
Well, these parts are not safe, especially at these times. And I wouldn't expect old Bohr to remember that. He can't even remember breakfast.
Is this all about the Philanthropist stone?
Who told you about that?
Hagar.
Of course. Why am I not surprised? I mean, after all, you were the one who told Professor Quinzel that I was his secret Santa.
I said I was sorry.
Well, sorry doesn't fix it. I had a really good gift, and he ended up re-gifting it.
Well, I tried to tell you, a half-eaten box of Cracker Jacks is not a good gift.
I would have liked it.
Okay, that's enough, you two. All right, you are hereby pardoned from detention. Now, please, go to your dormitories right this minute.
You are the professor. Get going and hurry. We need to tell Professor Dumbledore about this.
On it.
Cut to Garry, John, and Hermione in the Gryffindor common room. Hermione is looking through the book from the Keep Out section.
Aha! Here it is. The Philanthropist Stone, an immensely powerful stone created for good doers to aid needy people and give them what they need. This device has helped the poor and sick for ages, but eventually some bad people became interested. They wanted the stone seemingly unlimited and astonishing power for their own gain, rather than serving the Lord. So it was hidden out of fear of it falling into the wrong hands, or lack of hands. It remains hidden to this day.
Not anymore, and now Snake wants to get it.
And we do too. We can't let Snake get it. Who knows what he'll do with it? We gotta take it. Tonight. So that's it then. We need to do this tonight? You know what God wants us to do. He wants us to do what's right, and use our talents to serve him no matter what the risk. And I, for one, am up for doing my job. Who's with me?
Count me in.
Me too. This is going to be exciting. We're breaking the rules.
You need to get out more.
A chair turns around and reveals Nigel.
No, none of this is happening.
Nigel, what are you doing?
Stopping you. Or at least I think I am. I won't let you get yourselves hurt. It's too dangerous. Stand aside, Nigel. Gotta leave this work out for us, and we're gonna do it with or without your approval. No, don't do it. Think of all you can lose. Sorry, Nigel. Dormirant.
A powder sprays on Nigel, causing him to fall asleep.
Alright, come on. We don't have much time.
Yeah, let's go. Cut to Garry, John, and Hermione in the front of the boarded-up door. Hurry up, if Fletch catches us out of bed, he's gonna turn us into delicious veggie delight, low-calorie, high-sodium soup!
That is oddly very specific. Segmentum!
A hand comes out of Gary's wand and karate chops the boards, causing them to break off. They walk into the doorway, and they see a giant stone checkerboard.
A giant checkerboard?
I like where this is going.
The sign says, if the stone you wish to see, you must win these games 3. Note, only 1 game. Well, that's kind of a cheap rhyme when you get down to it.
They each get on a piece. Okay, let's do this, guys. Cut to a montage of the pieces moving. Fade to later, where there are the only 3 pieces left on their team.
Alright, what's the plan now, John?
To win, we're gonna need to get rid of all the enemy's pieces. Now, I know things look bad, but I have a plan. There's a specific move I can make that removes each and every piece on here, except for that one in the back corner. Which, that means it's gonna leave me vulnerable. But, come on, let's get moving.
Wait, John, what about you, though?
You said we need to use our skills to help, and I'm the greatest at checkers. Trust me. John's piece moves forward and hops over every piece but one. That piece jumps over John's and next to Gary's. He then flies into the air and lands through a hole in the wall.
John! We've got to go help John. Run, Garry. Go get the stone. I'll tend to John. But you said we need to use our skills to help. And I know every inch of this school. I can find him. If you say so.
Gary's piece jumps over the last remaining piece. The door opens and he runs down it into a spiral staircase. And he walks into a dark room and sees a shadowy figure.
Aha! Looks like the jig is up. We know all about your little scheme, and if you think you're gonna get away with it, you've got another thing coming, Professor...
The chandelier above turns on, revealing that it's Professor Quinzel.
Professor Quinzel?
Let me guess. You thought it was Snake. He's the perfect red herring. Next to him, I could carry on my works undetected.
Well, I'll say, but what about Snake's bandage? And him acting all sneaky and shifty.
Oh, yes. Thanksgiving, when I let those 2 gourds dress as a monster and I went to grab the stone, Snake caught on to me and tried to stop me. I never reached there because the checkerboard attacked. He suffered a minor scrape, nothing much, barely broke the skin, but of course he panicked over it. What a baby.
But what about the mop in the quiltage game?
Ah, yes, one of my finest recent works, nanobots released into your engine, allowing me to control your every move. I would have incapacitated you in no time had it not been for Snake taking the remote from me in an effort to save you. And apparently, he did so at the wrong time, judging by the fact that it's when you saw him, and it didn't really help his reputation. And had Hermana not released a spider triggering my arachnophobia, I would have taken it back and ended you for sure.
So, that was you in the forest earlier.
Oh, it looks like someone's finally catching up. Yes, that was me. After Snake interrogated me about the match a few days ago, I knew my time was coming. So I sought the map that Dumbledore and Hagar buried in the forest. The others chased me away, but I still got the map, and now I'm here, searching for the stone, so I can achieve ultimate power.
I still don't understand. You are the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, and you taught us to defend our faith and put value in it.
Yes. Oh, yes. But it's time you learn something, Mr. Platter. Faith alone isn't enough. Sure, it makes you feel strong, but it's only a feeling. You've got to get stronger through other ways, because with faith, you won't get stronger, more powerful, or anything. It's the power here that matters, and what you do with it. Sure, God promises us good things eventually, but I can't wait that long. I have ways of making myself powerful now, and nobody, not even him, is going to stand in my way. My name will be recognized the world over, and I'll do it with my own strength. Now, where is it? It has to be here somewhere.
Garry looks at a broken stair and sees a large red rock coming out from it. He digs it out, looks at it, and puts it in his pocket.
I've been searching here for 2 hours and nothing. Wait, what was that you put in your pocket?
Nothing.
He lies. Be honest with me, boy. Perhaps I can persuade him better. All right, sir, if you insist.
Quinzel unwraps his turban.
What?
I was expecting there to be something underneath, like a creepy face or something.
I took it off because it was hot. Not everything has to be so cinematic, you know. All right, sir. He is ready.
Moldy Wart walks out from the shadows.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Garry Platter.
Do I know you?
Oh, come now, surely you must recognize me, the master of dark science, the king of technology, the one who gave you that scar.
Moldy Wart.
A pillar breaks and falls down.
Ah!
Yes, see what I become? See what I must do to survive? Living in the basement of the school, scavenging for resources like a mere cockroach? Quinzel here has generously provided me with everything I need over the years, but I'm still not restored to my former glory. But there's something that can do that. With its immense power, I can create my most amazing invention yet, and regain the fame I once had. And it just so happens to be in your back pocket.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Liar! I saw you put it in your pocket a moment ago. Don't be a fool, Garry. Give me the stone, and you will be greatly rewarded.
You're lying.
Trust me, he's not. Indeed. Give me the stone, and you will become more powerful than you could ever imagine. I'll make sure of it.
But God...
Oh, forget about him. He puts restrictions on you for a reason. If you don't use your skills and traits for him, you could match his power, or maybe exceed it. And he won't like that. After all, he's a jealous god, and he doesn't want anyone else to be on his level.
I...
Think about it. God's commands are just holding you back. Serving him won't get you anywhere. Let's go, and you can do extraordinary things. I can teach you things he would never teach you. I can show you things he would never show you. It can all be yours if you just give me the stone.
No, never. My calling in life is to serve God. I wouldn't turn on him for anything. And there's nothing you can say or offer me that can change that.
So be it. I guess I'll just have to take it. Quinzel, my wand. Here you are, sir.
Garry tries to run, but Moldy Wart pushes a button on the wand, causing a gate to fall down and close the door.
Let's see. Aha, the knockout application. My personal favorite. Nullus corporis.
A green light shoots out at Garry, who hides behind a fallen pillar.
Get out here, Garry Platter. Make this easier for the both of us. Nullus corporeus. Should I do something to help, sir? No, the battle is mine. Come on out, Garry. There's nowhere to run. No matter where you go, I will find you.
God, please let me know what to do. Huh? Okay, then.
Garry stands up.
Have it your way. Come at me.
Nullius corporis.
Garry puts the cloak on and disappears.
Where'd he go? Find him. Where are you? You have to be around here somewhere. Clearly.
Segmentum.
The arm loudly re-emerges.
No, quiet.
Quinzel takes the cloak off Garry.
I found him. Good work. Brachium!
An arm comes out of Moldy Ward's arm and grabs the stone. Gary's arm fights it until the stone falls to the ground.
It's mine!
In your dreams.
Oh, that's original.
Moldy Ward and Garry try to grab the stone.
Why don't you just give up already, boy?
Because I don't feel like it. Hey, look, something over there.
Nice try. Time to put an end to this. Ventus Spiratus!
A blast of air comes out of Moldy Ward's swan, blasting Garry back.
Don't you get it now, Platter? You may have God on your side, but I have power! You can't defeat me. You should have joined me when you had the chance. It was an earnest offer, you know. But now that I have the stone, I will soon have the world!
Moldy Ward picks the stone up.
Now to begin my realized glory. Now to become more powerful than I am. Ah! It burns! Aha!
Sir, are you alright? Moldy Ward drops the stone. Quinzel picks it up.
Ah! It feels like I'm on fire! Ah!
Quinzel drops the stone.
Fool! Get the stone!
Hey, you two, think fast.
Garry picks up the stone and throws it to Quinzel. He and Moldy Ward toss it back and forth.
Oh! Ah! Oh! Ah! Oh! Ah! What did you do to it?
Nothing. But I like what I'm seeing.
You will pay for this! Ah, what?
Moldy Ward and Quinzel fall to the ground.
Gotta get the stone. Gotta get the stone.
No! Nullius Corporis!
Garry gets hit by the green light. Smash cut to black. Fade to Garry in the hospital wing, waking up as Dumbledore enters.
Wakey, wakey, sleepyhead! How you holding up?
The stone. Quinzel. Toaster ovens. What happened?
That doesn't really answer my question, but relax! Everything's fine. I just retrieved the stone as you went unconscious. And at that point, Moldywort had retreated, the lamp falls over and breaks, and Quinzel was on the floor, very weakened. And I reported him to the police for conspiracy and theft. And just yesterday, we were notified that he had been admitted into Asgabar prison.
Yesterday? How long was I out?
3 days.
But what about, you know who?
Say the name, Garry. Fear of the name creates fear of the poison.
Okay, what about Moldywort?
A bird smacks into the window.
Oh, the poor Boyd. Anyways, he retreated as soon as you went out. So he's out there somewhere. And I believe I know the next question. Yes, the guy who was in Family Matters also played Sonic in the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon.
Wait,
but
what?
also, the stone is right here. But this afternoon, we're sending it to your parents in Zimbabwe. I'm sure they could really use it.
Headmaster, when I was in the stronghold with Moldywort...
The window falls out of its frame.
Oh boy. Anyways, why could I touch the stone and they couldn't without getting burned?
Simple. The stone only accepts the touch for the people who have a servant's heart. And those who do good. It's those who help others. It's those who God is proud of. For those who don't, and they can't bear the touch. For you see, Garry, the stone isn't powered by technology, but God's power. And he rewards those who serve him with such power. The stone is meant to help, not to hurt. Hence the name Philanthropist Stone. A philanthropist being a person who has a desire to help others through no gain of their own. Here, read what's written at the bottom.
You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love. Galatians 5:13.
Yes, God wants us to use our gifts and talents for his work, not to boost our own image like Moldywort.
A loud bang is heard.
I'm okay.
Not to indulge ourselves with like Mr. Mouthful, and not to make others seem inferior like Ms. Ranger, your friend. You knew that it was right, Garry. You knew what to do because God guided you. And he'll continue to do so through all your days. And I think you're going to need it too. For you see, Garry, he'll be back. He always comes back. And I think God has called you to be the one who takes the Dark One down. Now, I know this seems daunting, but keep God on God's side, and he'll guide you in ways you could never imagine. For you see, there's an old saying back when I went to the school that the headmaster would always tell me. A single thread in the tapestry, though its colored brightly shine, can never see its purpose in the pattern of the grand design. Meaning that, yes, it may seem hard, but you can never see God's full plan. You just gotta trust him.
There's also no life can escape being blown about by the winds of change and chance, and though you never know all the steps, you must learn to join the dance. That wasn't my headmaster. I got that from a fortune cookie last night.
Oh. Yeah, fortune cookies are weird. I once had one that said, "I am watching you from across the street." And I looked over and it was Uncle Vern.
I see.
Well, I do trust God, but how will I do it? When will it be that I defeat him?
Patience, my boy, patience. Now get some rest. Your friends John and Hermana are anxious to see you.
Oh, they're okay.
Fade to the end of the year where everyone's in the Great Hall. What a year this has been! I'd like to thank you all for bearing with me as I took over the defense against the Dark Arts position during Quinzel's absence. And of course it couldn't be me. I offered him money, chocolate, petroleum, but nothing. Now that this is the end of the year, it's time to award the Champions Cup. And 4th place, Eagle Eye with only 28 points. Shame on you! In 3rd place, Hippopot with 287 points. And Gavin Ron Serpentia are tied in first with 319. However, I do want to award some last minute points. First, 5 points from Serpentia for Mr. Mouthful trying to switch my coffee with mud. Darn it. Secondly, it's not often easy to do what God wants. This world can distract us with other things that catch our eyes. But if we remember what's important and we stay true to our promise, God is pleased. And he's pleased with 3 individuals here for exemplary work in his service. To John Weaselton, Hermana Ranger, and Garry Platter, I hereby award 50 points to each of them. So with the points tallied, Gryffindor wins the Champions Cup. Dumbledore pushes a button on his wand and several Gryffindor banners drop down. Woo-hoo! There's always next year. Fade to everyone packing up and boarding the train.
What a year this has been, huh?
I'll say, it's not every day you have to help protect a historical artifact. Keep in touch?
Of course. Absolutely. This has been the time of my life, which really doesn't say too much if you look at the rest of my life, but either way, thanks, guys.
Hagar walks up to Gary. Hey, Gary, I hope you had a good year. You'll be coming back next year, I assume?
Of course.
And I just wanted to let you know, if your family gives you any more trouble, you could always use what's in this book.
The Great Big Book of Advanced Wand Applications. Thanks, but I can't use this technology outside of Hug Swineboy, right?
True. Then I guess you'll just have to trust God to do what's right, huh?
I guess so, Hagar. I guess so.
Zoom out to show the train in the castle. Fade to Bob and Larry on the countertop.
Wow, Bob, that was amazing.
I agree, although it did eat up quite a chunk of time. And now it's time to talk about what we learned today.
Express version.
How convenient. Anyways, what's the verse, QWERTY? Samuel 12:24 says, "But be sure to fear the Lord and serve him faithfully with all your heart. Consider what great things he has done for you." So you see, Larry, when it comes to this show, we need to put God first and serve him with everything we have.
I see. So we can't do all my ideas?
Well, of course we can. We just have to put God first.
Got it. Well, we'd better hurry. This episode is getting really long.
Yeah, agreed. Well, remember, kids, God made you special.
And I love you very much.
Bye.
Bye.